Land of the free, home of the brave. It's kind of cringe now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, think about this. Everybody's, eating stale bread. Well, okay, I don't want to exaggerate, okay? But we have so many issues in this country. Where do you begin? There, land of the free. Let's start there. The freedom for prosperity and opportunity for like 3% of people. And then it's just like everybody else is just like, oh, well, you're supposed to aspire to be like those 3% or the 1%, Have that drive in you, son, and you'll get there. I promise you. It's like, it's weird because, right, like, because they're the ones giving the information, there's no one to really counter it. But has anybody ever thought, if there was a 1% and 3%, right? Why in the hell would they ever want any other people to join? You know? That would be like, I don't know, but I feel like I got my point across. That makes no sense. But their voice is so loud, or so the way they can control things, that you won't ever really hear a counter to that, or like someone really going, if there is a group of a very small number of rich people, I would imagine they would want to keep that size or even get smaller somehow, But we're supposed to believe if we work hard, we can be free like them. Also realizing these people like created the system. They created the game that we're like participating in. I don't know, that just seems weird to me. It's like Monopoly. But I was gonna say something else, but it genuinely is like Monopoly, But it's like we hopped in it after everything was taken up, right? So you're just going from place to place paying stuff, but you can never actually own anything. And I guess if you're lucky, you can buy a home from these rich people with interest. And then after you've paid a lot into it, they'll try to take it away from you. Because that's what it's about, right? Think about it. You pay the interest, right? Okay. You paid extra, you paid a lot more. Okay, well, what's next for them? Well, then we'll take the house back. Or at least attempt to, and put real pressure. And then we can buy it back or take it back for a lot cheaper. And we'll sell it to the next bozo. Cycle keeps on keeping on. But the best part is, they're gonna add a bunch of more fees, they're gonna do inflation and all this stuff, and they can kind of sidestep that, it actually works for them. This is so bizarre. But we're fucking free though. I don't want to swear too much, I'm just, I don't know. But yeah, so I guess we're free, landed free. Everybody's just drinking Hennessy and like, not Hennessy, I'm sorry, I'm rambling now. I was gonna say like, I don't know, maybe they are, I don't really. Drinking Douce and Chardonnay and going out to fancy clubs and $800 Gucci watches and Gucci masks. We're all just loaded, man. They're so free. And then they got the home of the brave. Now, it depends on how you spin that one, though, but I would say we are not very brave, or at least this country as a whole. Well, actually, I take that back. Let me go back. Home of the brave. So I'll say this. I'll say it like this. The people that are originally here, I would say, are brave for what they went through. So it is kind of the home of the brave. And I'm not saying, there's always been conflict, there's always been wars, or whatever you want to call it. But I guess in a way, I could see the angle, and this is also coming from the same people that they want people to know that they fought for this country, and I get it, because it gets you right here. But also they use that as like a battering ram. Like they need you. They need you to be proud and prideful, because that's how they can get to you. Honestly, this system is so corrupt, dude. It's ridiculous. Like, everything is so backwards. But we don't go along with it. Or I guess we do go along with it. Well, I was just basically saying, we go along with it, but we think it's because we decided to, when really we were forced to. That goes back to, we're not free, man. Like, free would be, we can do what we want as we please. No asterisk, no nothing, man. But see, that doesn't generate money. And honestly, in a sick way, it could actually. You know what's even worse? We could have had a system where everybody was thriving, making great money, spending great money, a great economy, things were actually rolling. But, surprise, surprise, that small group of people decided, nah, bro, we're gonna go this way. I want a couple 100 more houses, and so does Blake, so does John, so does, I don't know, whoever you want to place in there. And I want to see this through. I want to make sure that our family has 200 homes in this country and all across the world. And then you start to wonder, I could never see anything changing. The only thing they can do is escalate it. That's all they can do, because that's all it is. The game is get feelings out of you, get money out of you. You're proud, you gotta spend it, you gotta buy this, man. It's only $5.99, man. Support your people. And see, it would work if they would just fucking pay us. But they're so obsessed with having control that they won't give anybody anything, not even a crumb. They're that greedy. But the best part is they're good at what they do. So they'll have the normal guy what is that word? Championing? Or whatever, I'm saying going along, it's gonna piss me off. To go along with the system because that's how it's supposed to be. And you're wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. They need that, they need your energy. They need your input, because without you fighting the cause, someone might slip through the cracks. I'm just saying, man, all this emphasis on certain things, it's to feed the machine. But the strange part is, we almost like it. We almost like feeding the machine our energy. And we don't get anything out of it, except maybe a tiny piece of paper. Doesn't that sound weird though? Think about this. A piece of paper has become so important in this life now. We've had trees. It's a piece of paper or a number in an account. But we're willing to sell our entire lives for the small stuff we end up buying with it. I guess this is just how life goes, because in the end, like I said, it's survival of the fittest, right? But it's just so crazy. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want to see behind the Wizard of Oz, like, curtain, I just want to finally see those fuckers. Because, okay, I know we got like guys like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Donald Trump. Those are the scumbags. I see them out there. We see them. But there's a couple guys in the background that don't show their face at all. And I want to see those guys, It's like, who is this? I honestly slightly want to commend them, man. Or I guess it'd be a group of people. But I'm sure whatever group it is, if it's not aliens or something, definitely are keeping it a small circle, right? So there'll be people in there somewhere. And I'm just wondering, like, do you guys spend your entire lives? Now, this is gonna sound crazy. And I know I'm getting off topic, but I mean, we already went there, so I'm already, Could it be maybe there's like some sort of people that were rich enough to figure out how to live forever, right? Let's say some dude in the background really figured out how to live forever, right? And then like his goal was to make sure that everybody was just distracted so that they couldn't do it. I mean, that's a little crazy, but like that would explain how you could have all this time to be just freaking focused on screwing people over. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. Even if it was a group, they would have to put so much energy collectively to do this type of stuff. And even if they're not the ones doing it, they still have to they gotta explain stuff. Stuff has to be done it's like, dude, I don't know, man. Or maybe there's something I'm missing, but we are not free. We are not brave. And think about that. Free, brave. They invoke emotion, You want to be free, man. And then you're brave. You did the right thing. You fought and you came out ahead. A little creepy. Peace.